want to talk. I've been thinking about you and me. About how this is going to end. About who will end up killing who. Perhaps you'll kill me. Perhaps I'll kill you. You know that, don't you?
Tell me what I'm doing here!
You're going mad.
Where is he? Why aren't you laughing?
All it takes is one bad day.
What's up, world? It's Revo here. So I just got done watching The Killing Joke, and I couldn't help but want to review it. It's a movie that's been talked about recently a lot. It's been very controversial ever since the drop, and I guess it got released in Comic-Con. It did an exclusive footage release, and people got to see it there. And yeah, it also had a theater release, limited theater release of 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Unfortunately, couldn't catch either one, but luckily for me, it dropped right away on digital download, digital purchase. So I got it, copped it, and now I finally got a chance to watch it. And my overall thoughts about the movie, well, I thought it was it reminded me a lot of the comic. If you guys aren't familiar with the comic, The Killing Joke, the comic proper, it's a comic that's very renowned now. It's synonymous with the Joker, the character himself. I mean, whenever you think of the Joker, you think of The Killing Joke now. That's almost like his story, his go-to story. And so that book is very treasured. It's honest, if I had to rate it, it would be one of my favorite books of all time, probably my favorite Joker book of all time. So there were good things and bad things, just like any other film. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the good things did stand out. They were mostly in the second half of the film, or the better part of the film, I would say. The film starts out with introduction with Barbara Gordon introducing you, saying, "This isn't the usual story. I know you're expecting something different, but bear with us. This is what we're going with." And you know, I heard a bunch of rumors about this and that, about scenes that people didn't really enjoy, and so I was apprehensive watching that first part of the film. Now, that being said, that was one of the bad things about the film that took me out of it just a little bit. And one of the reasons why is because if you watch that, is because it's not synonymous with the second half of the film. So the second half of the film is really an adaptation of the book itself, of The Killing Joke, that it's done so well. Like Mark Hamill, his performance as the Joker is incredible, bar none, probably one of his best performances ever as the Joker. It was just amazing to see him play Joker in his insane full self, and then at the same time be retrospective inside that mind of Joker's past. Whenever you see those flashbacks, it's interesting to see how that character is different, and how you know, you get to go through the journey of him getting insane and going like mad, going crazy. And so that was really dope. That was really awesome to see his acting chops come to fruition there. So that was a good thing for sure, was Mark Hamill. And obviously Kevin Conroy coming back as Batman. That is Batman for a lot of us. So, you know, it was the animated series crew back. And there was a lot of the film that got me feeling that vibe, the animated series vibe, where it's like it almost took me back. And the animation, by the way, is another good thing. Is it's beautiful and where it needs to be. And so, you know, I appreciate the animators for giving us a good piece there. Especially, like I said, the second half of the film, man, is just incredible. It's a good adaptation of the comic, not word for word, but just the performance that Mark Hamill was able to bring to life with the scripture that is, of course, Alan Moore. And obviously, it was rewritten by Brian Azzarello, if you don't know, for the film adaptation. Now, all that being said, first half of the film, again, it's it just detaches from the rest of the film. I know before making this film, the director, the people making the film, were very adamant in the fact that they wanted to explore Barbara Gordon and her story, and they did so here. The only problem with that is that, you know, well, there is no problem with that, really. There is no problem with it, with enhancing the story, bringing together this past of Barbara Gordon. I had no issue with that whole concept. Again, the concept. But actually seeing it come together, it messes up the film, you know, as a whole. Because you have this beautiful, beautiful second half of the film where it's just adapting the comic book proper. And then you ruin it with the first half, which just was kind of like, it was a cool look as its separate piece, as its own. It's awesome. It's a dope piece. It's some great stuff. Some stuff happened that maybe is controversial here or there. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know, at the end of the day, as a standalone piece, I would have preferred if they would have like released it and would have been like, here's the full version where you can watch it with the added Barbara Gordon, and then here's the pure 100% adaptation of the comic book, because you can skip through most of that part of Barbara Gordon's past and get straight to the Killing Joke, and you will love that part, because that's a straight adaptation of the comic book. Again, that beginning is almost like a extra. It doesn't necessarily fluidly tie in to the story as much as I wish it would have. You know, me personally, I don't want to speak as if I could make the film better, but one of the things that did take me out of it was the fact that we did get that we were, you know, led by Barbara Gordon. The film starts off with her narrating, and I had an issue with that only because I wasn't expecting her to narrate the whole story, and that's a problem, because that's what you expect, you know, going into that. It's just like, it becomes so detached afterwards that it's just like, did we really need that backstory? Did we? I mean, I get why people originally hated the whole Barbara Gordon getting shot, and why is she just there to be a plot device, but at the end of the day, this is a story of a bigger world, you know. So expanding it is not a bad thing, but you have to do it right. So I would have preferred if they would have gotten Batman to do the voice early, and we would have seen Barbara's past through Batman's eyes, because, you know, at the end of the day, this is a Batman movie. This is Batman and the Joker. This is their movie. You know, bringing in Barbara Gordon is awesome, but you can't make her the third star of the movie. You know, you gotta stick to those 2 stars, because you're promising us those 2 stars at the end of the day. You're promising us the Killing Joke, and all we want to see is the relationship of Batman and Joker. So when you bring in Barbara Gordon and this love story and this, you know, it just becomes too much. It's just like it detaches itself from the regular story, and that was the biggest issue I had with the film. Overall, though, the story, the actual Killing Joke story is phenomenal. I loved it. I loved every second of it. The animation went with it beautifully, and you know, the only thing that did kind of bum me out is that I would throw in the negatives is the voice actor for Commissioner Gordon. I wasn't feeling his voice. No, I wasn't feeling it at all. It took me away from the story as much as I wish it wouldn't have, but it did. And I don't know. I guess I don't know. It just wasn't up to par. Like, hearing Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy go with their characters and fully like act out that, I don't know, that voice actor just seemed like he could have went a little bit further. That's just me. So overall, though, the film is good. It's great. If you're a Batman fan, you should watch it, definitely. You know, I'm pretty sure like 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has an iffy score, and people are still controversial over it. But like I said, you can skip through that first part, that Barbara Gordon part, and go straight into the Killing Joke. And I'm telling you, y'all will love it. If you read the comic, The Killing Joke, you will love that part, because it's a straight through and through adaptation. So yeah, review time. Actual, like, let's put some X's on this thing. And I guess this is my first time actually doing the X thing, so I'm gonna explain that. It's like, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Like, instead of 5 stars, I'm gonna do 5 X's. So 1 X being the worst, 5 X's being the best. So this movie, what would I give it? It's gonna be weird, because the whole film as a whole, like with the Barbara Gordon piece together, I would give it a 3.5 X's out of 5 X's. So a triple half X, triple X half, whatever you want to call it. But if you take away that Barbara Gordon part, again, like I said before, if you take that away, I would give it 4.5 X's out of 5 X's, or even 5 X's out of 5. That part, again, like I said, that Barbara Gordon part ruins the film, because it's just like, it doesn't really need to be there. I get why they did it, but like I said, it's a detriment to the film. So yeah, that's my rating for it. That's what I think of it. But I want to hear what you guys think. Did you guys see The Killing Joke? Did you guys think it was disappointing? Did it live up to the hype? Did you like the Barbara Gordon stuff as much as I didn't? Did you think of it as a bad thing as much as I did? Let me know, comment below. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos, if you want to see more film reviews. I've been lagging it. I'm gonna be honest, I've been lagging it with the videos, with the YouTube channel. But, you know, I feel like I gotta give you guys some more videos. It's been over a month, I think. It's getting close there. And so, yeah, I'm gonna get more videos through, and you know, I got a new setup here, hoping to get new videos up. And this is, let's turn this YouTube video around, guys. Oh, and before this video ends, I want to give a shout out to my boy Jimmy Vo. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. I'll put a link in the description of this video. And you know, he's got a vlogging channel out. He's doing vlogs. He just did 2 videos in. He's 2 videos in, and you know, you gotta support the homeboy. You gotta support the dog. You gotta support your local artists. You know, so be sure to check his stuff out. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Let him know that that Revo recommended that you should watch his stuff. So yeah. Hashtag support your artists, and I'll see you guys till the next video.